In today's video, we're going to check out 3 different software compressors, and we're going to have a free one that is not too expensive, and a slightly more expensive one. And we're going to see how they can compare and whether free software compressors can take on paid ones. Let's go and check it out. Okay, so this is what we've got going on today. I have 3 different instances of compressors going on. I have these plugins that I usually have instantiated on the drums bus, but they're taken out. I also have taken out all the plugins on the pre-master bus, where the drums will go straight to, and then they go routed through this master bus into the stereo bus, and all the plugins on the stereo bus are also taken out, so nothing is influencing the sound. So what you will hear will be the sound of these 3 compressors. What have we got today? We have got the Buster SE, which is by Analog Obsession. It's a freeware plugin. It's also donationware. Second up, we have the MJUC compressor by Klanghelm. And thirdly, we have the CLA 76 by Waves. Now what I've done is I've gain matched them. Levelly wise, they are going to be very similar. I've also tried to make them sound as close as possible to each other, so when we go through them we can actually see if there are any differences. And we're also looking to see how a very cheap plugin like the SE, the Buster SE, will compare, see if there's any differences, if any, and that might inform us as to whether we really need to buy expensive plugins. So let's investigate. I've got some drum tracks up here with a kick, snare, hi-hat, overhead, room and a bullet mic. So we will move on to the next portion of the video. Okay, so before we start, all 3 plugins have a ratio of 4:1. I wanted to make sure we were coming from the same place with these 3 plugins, and so that's what I've done. Just check out the settings between each plugin I go through to see where we're at, but each one is on 4:1. Also, I am going to start from this point here on these drums and just play this first little section here, which ends just before bar 33, and then we will do that for all 3 instances of compressors and check to see if there's much of a difference. So we are going to start with the Buster SE. If you're enjoying watching this video, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing to my channel so that I can keep on bringing this free content. Right, so we've heard the Buster SE. Try to remember how that sounded. We're going to move on to the MJUC by Klanghelm, and let's see if there's a difference. And now we're going to move on to the CLA 76 by Waves. Right, that first listen through on all 3, perhaps the CLA 76 was slightly brighter to my ears. Do you agree? Let's see how they fare up in a different section. So we're going to move on to the chorus section here of these drums, and we're going to see how they match up. What we're going to do is we'll play through and listen out again to see if you hear any differences, anything that stands out. We'll start again with the Buster SE. Okay, and we will move on to the MJUC Klanghelm. And we'll move on to the CLA 76 by Waves. Right, okay, so we've had a listen to all three. Let's listen through one more time and see what we think. I'm only going to play the first little bit of this section so that we can go through and refresh our minds quicker than we have been. Okay, so there's an overview of those three plugins. To my ears, there is a difference between the three of them, but I don't think it's so much of a difference that if one plugin costs a lot more than another, or even one is free, I can't really hear myself that huge of a difference to justify people maybe paying out a fair amount of money for some of these plugins that are available today. Let me know what you think in the description box below. I'd love to know your thoughts on this subject, and I thought this would be a good little topic to cover and discuss and see your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Sabs out.